Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, The Amazing Bacon is back with two more Alejandro Aranda reaction videos by request for you. Two of your number one most asked for videos. So stay tuned after the jump and we will see what we've got. Alright guys, it's The Amazing Bacon, and as I said before the introduction, today I have two Alejandro Aranda videos for you guys. They are by request. I've probably had more interaction and definitely had more views on that video than anything else, and it seems that the world loves Alejandro, and the music that I heard of his, I do too. So I'm genuinely excited to hear this music because I haven't heard anything like him maybe ever, and so I'd like to learn more about him. Just to get straight to it, because we do have two songs to get to today. The first song is Romance, and it was requested by Trisha Pringle, and we're going to jump right into that and see what we think. I think that this is just audio, if I'm not mistaken, but let's start with Romance.
I don't love you.
Ooh. So one of the very first things that I noticed, not just with this song, but with the song that he did for American Idol, is he doesn't overcomplicate stuff. He doesn't try to put a whole lot of different effects in there. He doesn't try to make his songs more than what they are. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not calling him like basic or saying that he's limited or anything, because it's very obvious that he is not limited on talent at all. This guy has an insane amount of talent. What I mean is, like, if you listen to the bass line of this song right here, it's that and so it automatically gets you in and it draws you into the rhythm, and then it has the smooth sound of the piano over it, and then when his voice hits, it's just that powerful, like, boom, and it grabs you from the very beginning and it just takes you along for the ride. And I think that a lot of that is testament to the fact that he takes time with each individual part of his music, doesn't overcomplicate things, and it all draws you into an emotional reaction. At least that's how I see it, because I feel like, I feel like that this guy has a lot of emotion and heart that he pours into his music, and I don't think anybody can deny that.
I don't need this no more. There's no reason to keep going on. I can't take the sight of you in his arms. I don't love you no more. Say that you love me, turn around, then backstab me. Oh, the pain of forgiveness, even time couldn't fix this.
Do you guys ever have those dreams where you're like riding down a road or flying through the sky or whatever, and there's just everything is washed away and everything is peaceful, and you've just got like that whimsical music in the background as you're floating through? That's what I picture this as. Like, if you just close your eyes and you just relax and just let it all out, his voice, his music draws you in, and it basically makes you forget everything around you. Makes you forget the world that's going on, all your trouble, all your stress. And I think that takes a level of talent that can't be taught. That's not just something that you can just go to school and learn how to do. And very few artists have that. And I think that's something that's pretty amazing to see.
Every day I grow in weather, and my bones begin to break, and my lungs, they fail to function. Every day as I try to speak, say that you love me, turn around, then backstab me. Oh, the pain of forgiveness, even time couldn't fix this. Say that you love me, turn around, then backstab me. Oh, the pain of forgiveness, even time couldn't fix this.
All right, so first off, me personally, I've always been one that I really get drawn into the beats and the music and stuff like that. And I think that lyrics are important, but that doesn't necessarily mean that like I remember them very well. This is different. Like, I don't want you guys to think that I've heard this song before and I'm trying to pull a quick one over you, because I know that I was mouthing along the words on that last part. But what that is actually like a really good example of what I was talking about with drawing you in. Like, it brought you into the song. And songs like this, you don't just listen to. Songs like this, you experience. And as I brought up in the last video, and as I brought up in videos before, the big thing that draws me in with music, with how I decide whether a song is good or whether a song is amazing and something that I really, really want to continue to listen to, is whether or not you experience the music. And with Alejandro Aranda, it's an experience. Like, that was an emotional ride. And it wasn't like an emotional roller coaster, like it was all over the place or anything like that. No, like, that was something that you could genuinely listen to, let all of your troubles just float away for 3 minutes, and that's musical therapy. Again, that can't be taught. You know, I'm not going to spend a whole lot more time on this song because I know that I still have another song to get to, but the amount of talent that this man has in his pinky is probably more than I'll ever have in my entire life. I couldn't even begin to say anything more about that part of it. Anyways, I'm going to take a slight little edit break. Hey, what's up, guys? Glad to see that you made the trip over to this side of the edit break. I'm just going to jump straight into this music video. This is 10 years, and it's requested by Danilo Sinclair. Going to jump right into it. This is about the same length, looks like, as before. It's about a 3-minute song here, so I'll probably jump in here and there, but for the most part, let's just experience Alejandro's music.
When you are alone, do you think about him? Waiting by the phone to see if he's called you now. Has he called you now?
Okay, so admittedly, I don't know much about playing guitar. I tried playing it like once or twice and was incredibly terrible at it. But his style of guitar playing, if you watch his lower hand, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's called finger picking, right? That just looks insanely difficult. So to be able to play like that with your fingers and your thumb while balancing your voice and just taking complete control of the emotional aspect of a room, this guy blows me away. You know, one thing that it might be hard for me to describe. A lot of times, whenever you have emotional singers and you have people that draw you in emotionally, like I've been talking about, it's because you're feeling them through like pain that they've experienced, or loss, or tragedy. Like it's something that they're drawing you in to show you that, like, hey, you know, basically, for lack of a better term, like, this sucks, but I'm here with you. I've been there and I've experienced it. With the emotional aspect that I get from Alejandro's music, it's completely different. Instead of looking at life through the lens of loss, his music looks at life through the lens of hope. Because whenever I listen to his music, I get that cleansing feeling and get that, like, there's hope. And so when he talks about some of the stuff that he talks about in his songs, even whenever he's talking about loss, like with the way that his vocals and his music portrays it, it's looking at it as an opportunity for growth. And I don't know, hopefully I did it justice in trying to describe it. To me, that's the vibe that I get. Like, I don't feel like his songs are sad. They're very emotional, but I don't get that they're sad. Like, I find it to be very hopeful and uplifting. And I think that's really neat. You don't see that a whole lot. Usually people want to focus on the negative. I don't get that vibe from Alejandro. Man, so I know that I've, like, completely gushed over this guy throughout, like, both these songs and throughout my first song, and I can't find a bad thing to say about this guy. Like, he's so likable, he's humble, he's real. Like I said earlier, he doesn't get that, like, superstar mindset where he thinks that he's, like, way up here and everybody else is down here. He's talented with his vocals. He evokes an emotion with his vocals that you can't even begin to teach that. There's no art school, there's no music academy, there's no anything like that that can ever teach you to evoke the kind of emotion and to hold your audience in the palm of your hands the way that he can. That is a natural, whether you believe in God or divinity or destiny or anything like that, that is something that is granted to somebody whenever they're born, that they just have that natural ability. And Alejandro was, like, lucky enough to figure that out whenever he was younger and to be able to give the world his talent. And you're not going to hear me gush over a musician like this very often, because generally a lot of times musicians, yeah, they have talent, but they're just going through the motions. Even if they are more emotional, there's very few handpicked people in the world that can make you just feel an emotion. And I think that between like Alejandro and like I did Janet Devlin's video the other day and some of the videos that I've done before, like they have that very drawing in emotional ability to their music that they can make the world pay attention. And so it is something that exists out there, but it's very, very rare. And to the level of talent and ability that Alejandro has, I've never seen anything like it. Like, the guy can play music instruments, he can sing, he can write. He's got such a humble stage presence that he just draws people in because he's that likable of a guy. And I could go on all day long talking about how amazing he is, but I think I've done that enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and just call it a day at that instead of beating a dead horse here. So, you know, the whole usual thing that I always go through, if you like what you saw, there's a little subscribe button down there. Hit that little bell. That'll go ding every single time I upload a video. Generally, I try to do 3 videos a week. I think it was like 34 videos in the past 2 months or something like that. So I post regularly. I'm on here a lot. I take requests. If you see anything that you like out there in YouTube land that you want me to react to, feel free to hit me up with a reaction or with a request, and I'll try to do a reaction to it in a timely manner. But all that stuff aside, I continue to grow, get closer and closer to 100 subscribers. If you guys could help me reach that goal, I would appreciate it. And this is The Amazing Bacon, and I will talk to you guys later.